friends and family. Welcome back to Mimi's Kitchen. It's another Saturday, and this is the second in our series of Soup on Saturday. And today I am making a ham, potato, corn chowder. So I'm going to show you, it's a very easy recipe. I cooked a ham a couple of days ago, so I've got plenty of leftovers. And I always like to make up some soup with leftover ham. I've had ham baked, I've had ham salad, and so now it's time for a pot of soup. So let me show you all the ingredients that you need to make for this easy, delicious, comforting soup. So, hold on just a moment. Alright, here are all the ingredients you need to make ham, potato, corn chowder. 2 cloves of garlic chopped, 1 medium onion. I did not have that, but I have my dehydrated onions, so I'll be using some of those. Some small red potatoes that I will cube. I have the ham drippings left over from cooking the ham in that jar. I will use that to flavor the soup. 1 can of cream of celery soup, 2 cans of sweet corn, 1 bay leaf, a package of cream cheese at room temperature, 2 tablespoons of butter, 3 strips of thick style bacon that I'll cut into pieces, and 4 cups of water. Now, to top the soup before I serve it, my son smoked some cheddar cheese for me, so I'm going to grate that up. I just took that out of the freezer, and I'm going to grate that up to put on top of the soup right before we serve it. So let's get started. I'll show you all the steps for making potato, corn, ham chowder. Okay, I have my little burner on, about a medium high, and I'm going to put in the 2 tablespoons of butter and let that melt in the bottom of the Dutch oven. Then I've got the bacon cut up into little pieces, and I'm going to put that in there and just let it cook until all this fat has cooked off. And then I will show you the next step. So let's get all the bacon pieces in there. Bacon and ham, that's going to be a really good soup. The flavors in it are going to be great. Almost a smoky taste. So let's let that cook, and I'll be right back. Okay, here is the bacon cooking in the butter. The butter's all melted, and I'm just cooking the bacon until all of that fat has rendered. Then I'm going to pour in some of the ham broth and scrape up the bits that form on the bottom of the pan. That's extra flavor that you have at the bottom of your Dutch oven that you can use to flavor your food. Okay, now you can see what I was talking about the bits on the bottom. So I'm going to add a ½ cup of water, ham juice left over from when I cooked the ham in there, and then I'm going to scrape all those bits off the bottom of the Dutch oven. I did drain off a lot of this bacon fat. And just taking a wooden spoon, I just kind of scrape off those bits off the bottom of the pot. Now I'm on medium-low heat. Okay, I'm going to add in the chopped onion and garlic. I did not have an onion, so I'm using some of my dehydrated onion, but you would chop up 1 medium onion and 2 cloves of garlic. I'll let that cook for a little bit. And then just give it a stir every once in a while. Make sure it's not sticking. You may need to add a little bit more liquid, but 2 to 3 minutes to cook the onion and the garlic. Okay, now you're going to add in the 2 cups of chopped ham and 2 cans of corn drained. And you're going to cook this, stir it well, and then cook it for another 3 minutes. stirring it, you know, several times during the 3 minute. And while this is cooking, I'm chopping up the red potatoes. And I leave my skins on red potatoes. Potato is my favorite vegetable in the whole world. Doesn't matter what variety. I like them mashed, fried, stewed in soups, hash browns. It's just, I just love potatoes. They're easy to grow, easy to store. I've canned them and I've got them stored dry. I've dehydrated a lot of potatoes. They're just a good staple to have in your pantry. You can buy canned potatoes and they're just as good in a soup if you needed it. These are some fresh red potatoes. Just doing a small chop. I'll be adding these next to the soup. So let's give the soup another stir. I'm going to cut the heat up just a little bit. I've got it on medium-low because it seemed to be getting too hot, so I'll cut it back up a little bit. Okay, it's been simmering for about 3 minutes. I've got all of my potatoes chopped and the package of cream cheese that has been sitting at room temperature. I've chopped it up into small pieces. And then I have a can of cream of celery soup that we're going to add into the pot. So let's do that. Adding in the cream cheese and the potatoes. This makes a nice big pot of soup. You can freeze it in small portions and have for lunches. I'm going to go ahead and give that a stir with my wooden spoon. Try to mix in that cream cheese. Okay, now add in the cream of celery soup. This smells so good. Get everything blended well. And then we're going to add in our last ingredients, the water, the bay leaf, some salt and pepper. I'm not going to put too much salt in it because the ham and the bacon are already salty. I'm going to lower this back down to medium-low. I'm going to pour in 4 cups of water. Give that a stir. Some salt and pepper. Okay, and I'm going to add in 1 bay leaf. And I'll take that back out right before I serve it. Then this is going to sit and simmer for an hour on low. And when we come back, I will show you what it looks like. So 1 hour slowly simmering on low, and you'll stir it frequently to make sure it's not sticking on the bottom. Put the lid back on, and we'll see you in a few minutes. To go with the ham corn potato chowder, I'm going to mix up my favorite corn muffin mix, this Jiffy mix. I've been using this all my life. I love it. It's easy, it's cheap, and it tastes delicious. And the grandsons are coming over, so I'm going to make it in this cute little muffin tin so that each one can have a little muffin. So I'm going to go ahead and grease that up. And then when it gets closer to the time when the kids are coming, I will mix up the batter and bake this. And this will go with the soup. So let me get all of these little cups filled. I know it takes a little extra time, but they're little toddlers and it'd be easier for them to eat when it's a smaller muffin. So let me get that done and I'll give the soup another stir. Oh my goodness, it smells so good. Okay, it's still on low. Okay, the chowder is complete. I'm going to have a little sneak taste because I haven't had lunch today. So I'm going to pour some in my bowl. My son has a smoker and he smokes a lot of meats, and I asked him to smoke me some cheese. So he smoked some cheddar and some Monterey Jack, some mozzarella. It is so delicious. Smoked cheeses, if you've never had it, is so good. So I'm going to put a little bit on my soup. Give you a peek at what that looks like. Big chunks of the potatoes and ham and corn. Now the cheese is melting in there. Let me lean down and take a taste. This looks so good. Oh my goodness. Y'all gotta try this recipe. This is good. There's not gonna be anything left over to freeze. We're gonna eat this all up. This is so delicious. So for soup on Saturday, try the ham, potato, corn chowder. It is delicious. I hope you like this video and give this soup a try. And we'll see you next Saturday for another soup on Saturday recipe. Please subscribe and like, and I hope everyone has a blessed day and a very blessed week. Thanks for watching. Bye.